Welcome back, dear viewers. You're still watching The Breakfast Show live on Nile TV International. It's now time for a second topic of discussion for today. And as we noted earlier in our introduction, we're going to be talking about last night's victory of the Egyptian national team over Libya in the World Cup qualifiers 2022. And to shed more light on this topic, we're most delighted to be joined over the phone by Mr. Mohamed Adel, sports critic. A very good morning, Mr. Mohamed.
Good morning, sir.
First of all, how did you see the change of the coach of the Egyptian national team and its impact on the performance of the squad?
Well, the change of the head coach, Kirash, the reporting head coach, the big head coach that he not be the Egyptian head coach, beginning from yesterday, which we saw the thing happen. And the impact was very obvious of the attempts towards Libyan goalkeeper Mohamed. We didn't see these attempts throughout the last era with the Egyptian head coaching. Many crosses, we didn't watch many. I want to tell you an example and a statistic, a very small number. In the last game versus Gabon, which ended by 1-1 in Libreville, we had only one direct cross out of 20. Yesterday we had 9 direct crosses out of 20. That tell us what's happening in the Portuguese tactics by. Also, we saw the new players like Omar Marmoush, who scored the only goal yesterday, who was neglected by Hussein Badri and before by Shawi Gharib. Before that, he preferred the Egyptian, the local players in the Egyptian Premier League as many names other than Omar Marmoush. Omar Marmoush did well yesterday. He entitled by the best young player this month in the Bundesliga and the German League. We saw many attempts towards the Libyan goalkeeper. We didn't see any in last many games by the last era of the Egyptian head coaching.
Mr. Adel, also I'd like to know your impression about the players' selection for last night and to what extent was the head coach successful in putting together a perfect formation?
Well, the perfect formation will be not ready from the first game, just the first game for Carlos Queiroz. So he took what he thought that it would be great and sufficient this game. I believe that many changes will be happen throughout the games. We have a game next Monday, inshallah. I believe the same squad will be attending and Ghazi. But I believe, of course, there will be many changes as it's the first beginning game for Carlos Queiroz. He put the tactics, he put the strategy will play. He will choose who will be sufficient, who will be good at doing this strategy in the next games, inshallah. But it's just the first game for Queiroz.
Mr. Adel, do you think that Libya remains to be the strongest challenge to Egypt in their race or their trip to the World Cup?
About our group, yes. Libya is a very good team. They have many talents and an experienced head, Khafier Kelmenti. They many and talented players, but the way we play yesterday versus Libya stopped doing better. The Libyans, I believe Libya is better than Gola, own in the first stage of qualifying to Qatar 2022, inshallah. So it's just the first stage. We all hope that we pass it to be the first in the group. But I believe Libya is the hardest team to face in this level.
Yes,
of,
indeed,
the
Mr.
way
Adel,
the way
and we really
qualify.
wish our national team also the best of luck in their upcoming challenge scheduled for the 11th of October in Benghazi against the Libyan national team. Mr. Mohamed Adel, sports critic, we really thank you so much for your input, and thank you so much for joining us on the Breakfast Show. And dear viewers, we move on to a quick break, and then we'll be back to resume the Breakfast Show live on Nile TV International.